Well, good evening, Derby fans and addicts. Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park. We are broadcasting live a juniors bout tonight between Slay Anything and the Terminators. I am Michael J. Chex, joined along with the one and only Magic Pony Power Hour.
I'm still trying to put myself back together after that intro.
That intro was absolutely amazing. Slay Anything, your team in white this evening. Terminators skating in black. Out on the jam line for the Terminators, that is the captain number 8. I'll see you later.
And Quicksilver up for Slay Anything.
One whistle sends the jammers, and it's "I'll see you later." Through the pack first, lead jammer status for the Terminators.
Quicksilver trying to break through on the outside, moving to the in. Right now stuck right in the middle of the pack.
"I'll see you later" works through the center of the pack, passes all 4 blockers on the opposing team for 4 points. Grand slam to start out for the Terminators.
Quicksilver breaks out and is now on a scoring pass.
Pack now slows up in turn 3. "I'll see you later" trying to push through the defense, calls off the jam, did pick up all 4 points. So an 8-0 start to this jam in favor of Team Terminators. It is good to be back. It's good to bring you Derby once again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Featuring Harley Quinn in the black, up against Scar in the white.
There's Harley Quinn on the jam line for the Terminators.
And up for Slay Anything, number 503, Scar.
Harley Quinn taking the inside lane.
Harley Quinn, one to beat up front, gets around, no, gets recycled, brought to the back of the pack.
Scar dragged to the back as well, starting over right at the apex.
Terminators losing 1 blocker to the penalty box.
Scar on the inside right now. Number 503 up front, just about to break loose, but doesn't want to take the cut.
Quinn gets recycled in the back of the pack, being held up by all 4 blockers from Slay Anything.
Scar breaks out.
Scar is your lead jammer. Harley Quinn now gets by the last blocker at the front of the back. I believe that was Scooby Doom.
Scar slides through, grabs the points, and calls it off. 4 more for Slay Anything.
So the Terminators captain jamming in the first jam put 8 on the board for them. Slay Anything's captain Scar answers back with 4 points in jam 2. So Fury on the jam line for the Terminators.
And that's number 211, Grace Lightning, up for Slay Anything.
Slay Anything starting with 1 blocker in the penalty box. You saw all 3 blockers move up to the front of the pack, but they could not contain So Fury, lead jammer for the Terminators.
Terminators mobilizing Grace Lightning in the backfield. Right now down on the in and recycled to the back of the pack.
Quick trip through the pack for the Terminators. 4 more points on the board.
Grace Lightning weaved through the pack and finds a breakout for a scoring pass.
So 4 more points for the Terminators. Should bring their total to 16 so far this game. Maybe that was just a 4-point jam.
That last jam, I believe, was a no-point jam. The one before it was 4 points.
Fair enough.
I mean, for Slay Anything. Number 999, Vampiric.
Vampiric through the pack quickly. That's Donna Danger or Us jamming for Terminators.
Vampiric re-engaging with the back of the pack, swings around the outside. Nobody noticed. 4 more for Slay Anything.
Team scoring in bunches to start this out. Number of 4-point jams and the lone 8-point jam by the Terminators to open this up.
All right, next up in the white.
John Hughes themed night here at the hangar.
Number 995 on the track for Slay Anything. That's Pluff.
321 Spitfire jamming for Terminators. Gets around TNT in the front of the pack. Lead jammer goes to the Terminators.
Pluff still taking a beating at the back of the pack.
Low block being called. That's going to send Cherry Bomb to the penalty box for Slay Anything. 4 points on the board so far for the Terminators this jam. Exit hit on the far side of the track. Spitfire calls off the jam. Still checking on the points. Did pick up 2 points before calling off the jam.
Spitfire grabbed 2 at the end of that jam.
On the track for Slay Anything, number 15, Sophistry.
Harley Quinn jamming once again for Terminators. 4-3 pack advantage for the Terminators starting this jam.
Sophistry pushing up the outside. Lead jammer, Slay Anything.
Harley Quinn giving up about half the track to So Feisty. So Feisty runs into a brick wall at the front of the pack. That is a Maracan gangster for the Terminators. Did pick up 4 points before calling off the jam.
Streaming broadcasts of RCR's 2022 games are brought to you by S1 Helmet Company. So if you can't make it here to the hangar, check us out on streaming.
Back on the track, number 7 for Slay Anything, Quicksilver.
Dragula jamming for the Terminators. Terminators start with a 1-2 defense as they have one blocker in the box, as does Slay Anything. Nice containment in the back of the pack.
Quicksilver being held down.
That is So Fury working along with Collateral Damage.
Quicksilver breaks out and takes lead jammer.
Dragula goes down, takes out Collateral Damage, as Collateral Damage on the trip through.
Quicksilver up the inside line and calls it out. Oh, picked up a cut on the way through. Will be spending 30 seconds in the penalty box.
So power jam now for Collateral Damage. Ginger Slap doing a nice job on offense in the back of the pack, but it looks like we might have a back block penalty, and we do. Dragula now to the penalty box.
Double jammer penalty.
For those of you at home, Quicksilver just about to get back on the track.
Standing in the penalty box, Dragula takes a seat. Quicksilver now released. Blockers are set up in turn 1.
Quicksilver guides the team with a nod on to block the path.
What a great job of team offense there by Slay Anything. Quicksilver through for 4 points.
Here they go again. Wide open on the inside. Not quite.
That was 607. Johnny Crash trying to open up the inside lane.
I think that's an easier move to pull on the turn.
Yeah, pretty hard to do on the straightaways. Dragula out of the penalty box now. Comes upon the back of the pack. Trying to go to the friendly side. Johnny Crash, one more hit, but through is Dragula. And that was Dragula's initial pass. Slay Anything, 4 more points that jam, and we've got a lead change. Slay Anything now up on the scoreboard, 19-18.
Back on the track for Slay Anything, number 503, Scar.
Scar, the captain for Slay Anything, opposite the captain for the Terminators. LCU later. Slay Anything, one skater in the penalty box, and LCU later on the inside rail quickly picks up lead jammer. Scar through on the initial pass, giving up about half the track.
Holy mackerel. They'll see you later.
Yeah, power move to the outside. I'll see you later. Did get all 4 points before being knocked out of the first apex. That puts the Terminators back in the lead by 3.
They'll see you later, showing no pity or remorse.
Absolutely not.
Can't be reasoned with.
Donna Danger Us jamming for Terminators.
All right, we got Grace Lightning, Donna Danger.
And that's number 211, Grace Lightning.
Pack active before the whistle. Both teams at full strength. Donna Danger Us makes it through the pack. Lead jammer going to the Terminators. Grace Lightning not giving up much room, though.
Goodness gracious, that was a beautiful pickup.
Pack looks to be a little strong out, and Donna Dangerous follows teammates through the pack, picks up all 4 points, and calls off the jam.
That was crazy. Some beautiful skating.
Slay Anything did pick up 2 points on that jam, though.
Like a machine. Back on the track, number 999.
That is Vampiric for Slay Anything. Opposite Harley Quinn for Terminators. I believe this is Vampiric's first jam as a jammer. And Vampiric on the inside lane through for lead jammer. Harley Quinn looking to get some help in the backfield. Doctor Who trying to play offense, and Harley Quinn spins around but clips the inside of the track. Going to take a seat in the penalty box. Power jam for Vampiric.
Pack's resetting. Slay Anything looking to cover the inside line.
There goes that team offense that we saw. I think it is much easier in the corners, though.
It's way easier when you're moving on rather than the straightaway. Terminators saw it coming. It's almost like they went back in time.
Vampiric gets around Doctor Who. 4 points on that scoring pass. Slay Anything now up by 3. Harley Quinn out of the penalty box for Terminators.
Vampiric not quite pulling off that apex jump. Calls it off.
Doctor Who doing work in that jam for the Terminators. But on the strength of that power jam, they were able to go ahead by 3, 29-26 with 18 minutes left to play in this first half.
Slay it ain't so.
I have missed calling with you. This is absolutely delightful for me.
I'm just getting warmed up. I'm over being all broken down from that intro, and then now I'm back in the game. We're looking at
Donna Danger Us jamming for
correct.
Terminators. Oh, no, excuse me, it is not. That is number 79, So Fury.
And Pluff. It's Pluff, my favorite name so far today. Pluff with the helmet cover off, looking to pass it off to Slay Anything's pivot. Cannot get back to the front of the pack.
So Fury already 4 points. Having 2 blockers in the penalty box for Slay Anything makes these passes a little bit easier for So Fury.
Still holding it down
Nice.
up front.
That is TNT working up front. Nicely done.
TNT's work all game has been really great.
That was TNT and Bunny Rabbit, the only 2 blockers out on the track for Slay Anything. So Fury, sorry, go ahead, Frank.
Pluff's still stuck in the pack. It'd be great if somebody dropped back to.
Well, TNT finally did.
There we go.
Nice pop out front. And Terminators have cycled their blockers back up front. I'll see you later. The captain doing a nice job on defense.
TNT now wearing the star for Slay Anything.
Penalty box empty and the jam called off. 8 points on that jam for the Terminators. 12 on that jam as they spring back into the lead by 9.
Terminator showing a very strong offensive play.
Well, we've seen some great offense and some great defense so far. We might be out of practice, but they don't seem to be.
No, I still have no idea what's going on. It's number 7, Quicksilver, up for Slay Anything.
Dragula jamming once again for the Terminators, but Dragula gets stuck in the pack. Meanwhile,
stick through the heart for Dragula. Quicksilver runs off with lead jammer.
Ruby Sliphers doing some great defensive work up front as the pivot for Slay Anything. Dragula still working on the initial pass.
Quicksilver hung up in the back.
And Dragula clears on the initial.
Slay Anything clears the path, and Quicksilver muscles through.
Calls off the jam, and 4 points on the board for Slay Anything. They've cut the lead to 5.
And it's a tight game.
Yeah, neither team is establishing any dominance here to start this out.
I'm loving it. It's number 503. Scar once again.
That is Donna Ding R Us jamming for the Terminators.
Scar and the white.
Both jammers plow into the pack.
Pack was constricted right before the pivot line, now sort of spreads out, and Scar able to take advantage through for lead jammer.
Dangerous. Scar back in, slashing through the pack.
Pins and needles in the penalty box, joined by another teammate.
Score's tied up right now. Dangerous breaks out for a scoring pass with,
Weeping Angel and American Gangster, the only 2 blockers left on the track for the Terminators. So Slay Anything now taking back the lead.
38-41, Slay Anything.
13:40 left in this first half.
Grace Lightning back on the track, number 211 for Slay Anything.
Spitfire wearing the star for the Terminators. Again, Terminators starting with 2 blockers in the penalty box.
That's a rough start.
Yeah, going to be tough work for Adri Hell on wheels.
Oh, the Spitfire doesn't care.
Working with Blockter Who, though, and Blockter Who has been all over the place so far this game.
Blockter Who.
Those 2 get separated, though, and Grace Lightning able to clear on the initial pass.
Blockter Who's bigger on the track than they seem inside.
So Terminators able to clear the penalty box on their side. Slay Anything to start with 1 in the box in this jam.
And a big thank you to DJ Alley for laying down the tunes today.
Woo! Collateral Damage jamming for Terminators.
That's just cheering just to cheer.
That's all right.
Doesn't make any sense to anybody at home. Vampiric back on the track for Slay Anything. Vampiric looked like was going for a break, but Collateral Damage was already out of the pack. Not the lead jammer though so far.
No, Johnny Crash, I believe.
It is. I wish I could.
Vampiric?
It is Vampiric. Yeah.
Yep,
Sorry.
Vampiric is the lead jammer.
I can only look at one thing at a time, so it's hard to tell.
Collateral Damage had been knocked out of the first Apex on their first trip through.
Right.
Has picked up 4 points. Both teams bleeding blockers to the penalty box. 3-on-2 are the blocker numbers now in favor of Slay Anything. Collateral Damage goes down, is not able to get back up before the jam is called off.
Vampiric grabbed an extra couple of points right there at the very end and just kept them above water.
45-44, yeah. I'll see you later, the captain out on the jam line for the Terminators, who again will start down 2 blockers.
Number 7, Quicksilver back on the track for Slay Anything.
I'll see you later. This time goes to the outside and powers through for lead jammer. Wicked Willow working with Mad Hatter as the only two blockers for Terminators. Elsie powers through the pack and decides to play on. Going to try and kill the penalty off.
Cut called on Quicksilva.
So this is going to work out in the Terminators' favor. They should be able to clear the penalty box on the strength of this power jam. 4 more points for LCU later.
And we have a lead change again.
And I might have spoken too soon about clearing the penalty box as Terminators lose another blocker. Reinforcements coming. LCU later on the inside. 4 more points for the Terminators.
LCU later just powerhousing through the apex there with everybody.
And another blocker for the Terminators heading to the heading to the penalty box. The power box.
I think they're having a pancake breakfast over there right now.
Oh, man. I believe that was Mad Hatter that was the last blocker sent to the penalty box for the Terminators.
And we have a team timeout right now.
They're serving Big Bun burgers over there in the penalty box.
Team time out for Slay Anything. That is their first of 3. 56-48 in favor of Terminators so far. 10 minutes, 1 second left here in the first half.
Coming at you from Tech Noir. Right here. Oaks Amusement Park. Oh, I should read some ads. Sheesh. Speaking of, we want to thank Deb Counts. We also want to thank.
Got a great raffle going. There they are right down below.
I should have thought of this ahead of time. Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast.
Congratulations, friend. You survived that.
I got through 1.
You did. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
And turns out I could have read the first one because I'm only supposed to read that one at timeouts. Holy
amazing jammer race to start that jam. Donna, Danger Us, your lead jammer. Scar overtaking, though, on the trip through.
2 really good skaters hit the track.
Scar pops through the pack without taking a hit. 4 points for Slay Anything. Donna mired in the pack, calls off the jam, but it does look like Donna got credit for all 4 points, so that's going to be a push. Terminators retain their 8-point lead.
Hey,
let's try this again.
We'd like to thank Holler. Visit Holler, Selward's Down Home Restaurant, Sports Bar, and Treat Shop. Holler!
Well done.
Yeah,
see, that
you.
one went a lot better.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there for that one. I'm all the way live.
Harley Quinn on the jam line for Terminators.
And once again, number 211, Grease Lightning, trying to push through the pack right now.
Nice job by Blocker Who to get past the jam line before the whistle, before that jam started. Quinn through the pack and lead jammer.
Grease Lightning breaks out. Both jammers on the run.
Quinn with 4 points in the bank so far. And it looks like they're going to run this. Quinn back into the pack, tries to go to the outside, gets knocked to the outside of the second apex and calls off the jam, but did get 2 more points.
Wow, wild. W-Y-L-D, wild. Wow. Wild sparkling waters. Edible delights that enhance every moment. That's wild CBD. Wow.
Wild.
Wow. Wow, wow.
Spitfire on the jam line for the Terminators.
Back up, number 995. That's Pluff.
I am not sure how Spitfire stayed in play, but did lead jammer going to the Terminators.
It's magic. There's a little bit of magic.
I do feel like there is a little bit of magic in the juniors bouts. I'm not going to lie. Spitfire through the pack for a grand slam. 4 more points for Terminators. Pluff still working through the pack. Meanwhile, Spitfire around for a second scoring pass, but picks up a forearm penalty and will head to the penalty box. Power jam now for Pluff.
Wah, wah. Pluff just hammering away at the back of the pack.
Pins and needles working the defense for Terminators.
Anyone could drop in and scrape some blockers off of Pluff.
LCU Later is a tough blocker to do that to, and look at
We've got a helmet cover
LCU
pass.
Later going with pins and needles up front.
Wow, that was...
Adri Hell on wheels working up front too.
Thank you.
And Adri Hell on wheels to the penalty box and is going to be joined by number 32.
Well, we've had a 9:04 helmet pass to Ruby Slippers.
So 2 in the penalty box for Terminators.
Ruby Slippers out of the pack and on a scoring pass. Oh,
Spitfire able just to torch the pack. 4 more points. That's a 12-point jam so far for Spitfire.
Ruby Slippers shrugs it off. Picks up 4 more.
Meanwhile, Spitfire through 16 points so far this jam. LCU Later and Ginger Slap, the only 2 blockers on the track.
Ruby Slippers grabs a couple more points right at the very end of that jam. I turned away to read some ads and the score just blew up all of a sudden.
18-point difference now. Terminators lead 82-64.
And we're talking about S1 Helmets. Streaming broadcast of RCR's 2022 games are brought to you by S1 Helmet Company. So don't complain to them.
I'm also very thankful for S1 helmets. They help keep my head safe when I skate.
Keep people's brains in their heads.
That's right. Collateral damage jamming for Terminators.
And Soph.
That's Kid Vicious through the pack, picking up lead jammer for Slay Anything. Penalty box was just about empty.
Jumps the apex, makes it through. Looking for a call.
Johnny Crash to the penalty box, trying to burn off some penalty time.
Soph calling it off. Hey, we'd like to thank Two Town Cider. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider now. Even if you're at home, you could still do that if you had some. But if you were here in the hangar, you could just go over and get some Bright Side cider from Two Town Cider.
So Blocked Who tried to get back on the track quickly. Terminators had only fielded 3 blockers, but did not make it past the jam line in time and was sent to the penalty box.
Quicksilva takes lead jammer on this jam, and So Fury to the penalty box.
Yep, forearm penalty on So Fury. Power jam now for Quicksilva. Nice job for, nice setup for Slay Anything with Terminators being down a blocker just for not fielding one.
Quicksilva breaks through, calls it off. No reason to go through all that trouble running all the way around the track again. Plus, you get to start the next jam with the jammer in the box. What an advantage.
And a blocker in the box as well for Terminators.
Far out.
3 points on that jam. Slay Anything back within 11.
That reminds me of Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business workplaces better. SasquatchHR.org. They would agree that calling off that jam in this situation was the best thing to do.
I think you're right. Jamming for Slay Anything in this power start is their captain, Scar, who is already through the pack, and lead jammer. Blocked Who out of the penalty box for Terminators. So Fury standing. And So Fury now released.
Slay Anything once again sweeping to the inside to get their jammer through. Didn't quite time it right.
So Fury just now into the pack on the initial pass. 1 to beat up front. Clear on the initial.
A cut called.
Scar picks up 4 points and calls off the jam. Slay Anything now within 7.
Down 1, down their pivot to the penalty box. Going into this jam.
And it looks like we're going to have an official timeout down on the track.
This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX. Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. That's Deb Counts Tabor bringing you this official timeout.
Well, this started out as an official timeout. Coach Headache for the Terminators came in, had a small conversation with the referee crew, and then headed back to the bench. As it stands right now, Slay Anything with one skater in the penalty box. As Pony mentioned before, that is their pivot. Mad Hatter dancing on the jam line for Terminators.
.999 Vampiric exiting the track.
Oh, it looks like...
Well, because they're
Yep.
pivot and their jammer in the penalty box now.
Not an ideal start for Slay Anything, who had cut the lead to 7.
They were bringing the noise.
Terminator's going to start this jam with their jammer and full contingent of blockers. Adri Hella on wheels. Donna Dange are us. 321 is Spitfire. And 45 Dragula is your blocker contingent this jam for the Terminators.
Slay Anything. Derby, roller derby. Scar in the penalty box for Slay Anything.
And Mad had her through, lead jammer for Terminators.
I'd say roller derby's a lot like kickboxing.
How so, friend?
I don't know. I don't know anything about either, apparently, but
Mad had her knocked to the inside by 904 Ruby Sliphers. That's Ruby Sliphers playing a defense out in front, knocking Mad Hatter to the outside.
Breaking out. Scar back on the track.
Penalty box currently empty. Mad Hatter calls off the jam after having picked up 4 points. 11-point lead now for Terminators with $1:30 left in the first period.
Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud sponsor of RCR since forever. You don't need to be a Terminator to know how long they've been a sponsor.
Vampiric out on the jam line for Slay Anything, opposite Collateral Damage for the Terminators.
Vampiric going for the center of the pack, almost breaking out.
Collateral Damage got some offense from Wicked Willow, but couldn't find the edge.
Terminators dropping just a line on the front end of the pack. And Vampiric finally breaks out for lead jammer.
Collateral Damage now clear on the initial pass, giving up about a third of the track to Vampiric.
Collateral Damage right through on the inside line just in time to pick up 2.
3 points picked up by Slay Anything. 10-point game. I believe that jam ended with less than 30 seconds here in the first half, so that might have been the last jam in the half.
Anyway, Killer Burger, 5 minutes to Killer Burger from the hangar. Beer, bottomless fries. That's Killer Burger. They're debating. I think they're going to let
they're going to get it on. Here we go.
Hannibal Lecter hung up at the front of the pack.
So feisty, lead jammer for Slay Anything. Blockers getting set up. Penalty box now empty. So feisty, picks up 3 points, calls off the jam, and fans, that is the first half. Your score at the break. Terminators 88, Slay Anything 81.
I don't know.
It's been an amazing half at Derby, and we will bring you the second half coming up here in just less than 15 minutes.
Woo!
We are about to start the second half of tonight's Junior Derby bout featuring the Terminators skating in black tonight. taking on Slay Anything, the team in white.
Are you already on here?
I'm already on here,
You
friends.
ran off without me.
You know, for the uninitiated, the paperwork that you saw flashing up during halftime, that was actually the penalty board. And the only real thing of note is number 607 for Slay Anything, Johnny Crash, with 4 first-half penalties. Everyone else with penalties has 1 or 2 if they have any at all. I'll see you later, captain
And
for the
they're off.
Terminators. Already your lead jammer.
Quicksilva runs up the inside.
I'll see you later scored 8 points in the opening jam of the first half. Has 3 so far, skates around the front of the pack, picks up the 4th and calls off the jam.
And we are super glad that Secret Aardvark, that local flavor that puts a kick in the mouth, Secret Aardvark, they're a sponsor.
Secret Aardvark is
I
so
gotta-
good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That is amazing
I am
stuff.
out of practice. I should go back to school and learn to read again.
That's all right. We're shaking the rust off here, friend.
On the run, it's Grace Lightning up for Slay Anything.
And already lead jammer skating against Adri Hell on Wheels, jammer for Terminators, who got knocked out of the second turn and gets recycled into the first apex.
Grace Lightning having some... Oh, what a fake! Grace Lightning up front.
Forearm penalty being called. That is going against the Terminators. Terra normal to the penalty box.
Slay Anything out of the box, ready to rumble.
Adri Hell on Wheels with the jam cap off, looking for the pivot. Harley Quinn now receives said star. Trying to stay in, and a direction of play penalty being assessed. That's going to go against Smash Tag.
Grace Lightning back through for another 4, just racking up the score.
Lead change now. Grace Lightning putting Slay Anything ahead by 1. And 4 more.
Well,
16-point jam so far.
considering the number of skaters in the penalty box for the Terminators, that time dilation equipment doesn't always work.
4 more points picked up by the Terminators. Excuse me, 4 more points picked up by Slay Anything. 20-point jam, 16-point differential. Slay Anything up by 5.
Coming out of halftime, just chopping away at it.
This game has been bonkers so far.
Too late.
79, So Fury on the jam line. Official timeout being called.
This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PBX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtors of the Rose City Rollers.
Just checking in to make sure all of the points were tallied correctly, and it does look like the score on the board is right, 101-96. So Fury, your jammer for the Terminators, opposite the captain Scar for Slay Anything, but it's So Fury going to the penalty box.
Whoops.
Forearm penalty.
Scar taking a beating in the backfield right now.
Wow, Terminators losing another blocker. That is Amara Khan Gangster to the penalty box.
Lead jammer going to Scar.
So Scar looking to build off the strength of that last jam. Scar's already got a couple points in the bank, now has cleared all 4.
Slay Anything, almost like, I mean, it was a good game up until now. Slay Anything's like a different team all of a sudden.
See if the Terminators can get their penalties in order. So Fury out of the penalty box. Dealing with Smash Tag up front, and TNT doing a great job of defense for Slay Anything.
Forearm called on number 10.
Smash Tag to the penalty box for Slay Anything. So Fury going to take another run at this pack, still working on the initial pass.
Number 900 on the way to the penalty box for Slay Anything.
900, I believe, Fizz Gig.
We're having a reversal of fortune all of a sudden.
So Fury through the pack on the initial pass. Scar, 4 more points on the board. Terminators losing their pivot to the penalty box. Not sure if Scar's just killing time or if there's not a lot of gas left in the tank right now.
Probably something to do with wanting to get her blockers out of the box in the last 10 seconds.
So Fury clears on a 4-point pass, penalty box emptied, and you are absolutely right. Jam called off, but again, another jam in favor of Slay Anything. 16-4 is Slay Anything now with a commanding 17-point lead, one of the largest we've seen so far this game.
No, they really took advantage of that. It was a good run. Back on the track, number 99, Vampiric. And we'd like to thank Laurelhurst Theater and Pub, bringing the best classic and modern cinema to Portland.
Donna Danger Us jamming for Terminators. Lead jammer already has been established, and that goes to Vampiric, but Vampiric got recycled.
Both jammers at the back of the pack right now.
Donna Danger Us finds room on the inside, clears on the initial pass. Remember, Vampiric is the lead jammer.
Danger Us is
totally nuts. Wow. Nice move on the outside of turn 1, goes low and clears for 4. Bench for Slay Anything, trying to tell Vampiric to call off the jam. Message received.
Holy mackerel, that was a great jam.
So Terminators on a 4-0 jam, cut the lead to 13.
Trailhead Credit Union breaking for the nonconformist. Trailhead Credit Union.
Mad Hatter jamming for Terminators.
And number 995, Pluff for Slay Anything.
Mad Hatter pops through the middle of the pack with lead jammer. Pluff right behind, though, giving up maybe a quarter track. Although Mad Hatter seems to be extending that. Nice move by Grace Lightning on the outside.
Beautiful.
Forces a call off to that jam early. Terminator's only able to put 1 on the board. A great bit of defense there. That very well could have been a grand slam before that jam had to be called off.
It was just enough, not even a real hit, just a threat.
Collateral damage on the jam line for Terminators.
Kid Vicious back on the line for Slay Anything.
Kid Vicious finds purchase through the middle. Ducks
On
to
the
the
run.
inside. Lead jammer Slay Anything.
Terminators slide back and hopes to break out their jammer.
Collateral damage going to the outside. Bounce back to the in. Nice.
Slay Anything very sticky up front.
Scooby Doom and smash tag on defense for Slay Anything. Collateral damage still working on the initial pass. Runs right into Scooby Doom.
Kid Vicious breaks out for another scoring pass. 4 more on the board for Slay Anything.
Collateral damage knocked to the inside by smash tag. Gonna reset at the entrance to turn 3. Goes to the friendly side again. Meets up with Scooby Doom, who is all over the place this jam.
Kid Vicious finding blockers everywhere.
Kid
right
Vicious
now.
shrugging off a hit from Amara Con Gangster.
A real solid one.
Collateral damage still on the
More up
initial.
front.
Back is slowed down, almost sets up camp in the first apex. Jam called off. Slay Anything with 8 points that jam. They're up now by 20.
Holy mackerel. WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life. I don't want to hear it. That's WSL Leadership Coaching.
Sorry, I missed my cue there. That's my bad. We are so out of practice.
That's okay.
Hey, I'll see you later. Jamming for Terminators.
I know, that was where you were supposed to say, Porque yes.
I'll see you later, powering through the front of the pack to lead Jammer.
Quicksilver breaks out.
Little less than half track difference between the two Jammers. Pack speeds up along the far straightaway.
Slay Anything trying to stay up front right now. Manhandling. And holding it down to 2-1 on that jam.
Slay Anything doing a great job of point protection right now, not giving up much when they don't have lead Jammer, giving up 2 and 1 in the last 2 jams.
Back on the track for Slay Anything, it's Scar.
Harley Quinn jamming for Terminators. Pack at full strength, nice offense. Scar knocked to the inside though. Pins and needles doing great defense in the back for Terminators.
Harley Quinn up front with Slay Anything's blockers, breaks out and takes lead Jammer.
Photo finish there. Both Jammers out of the pack. It is Harley Quinn that is the lead Jammer. Calls off the jam, fists in the air for ref solidarity. No score in that jam.
Probably a good idea. Hey, know a business that would benefit from promoting at Derby events and RCR to members? Email sponsorship at rosecityrollers.com or check out sponsorships on our rosecityrollers.com website.
$79.
So Fury jamming for the Terminators opposite Grace Lightning for Slay Anything.
Pile up on the pivot line.
Big pile up on the pivot line. Grace Lightning to the penalty box. Looking for the call. Well, didn't quite get it. So Fury in a power jam, also your lead jammer for Terminators. They need this as they are down 19.
That happened quick.
Sure did. So Fury doing battle up front, clears the pack, gets by Lucky Harms, 4 points on that scoring pass. Pack is at a standstill, entering turn 3. Active offense coming from all of the Terminators. Now they set up defense awaiting Grace Lightning, who's exiting the penalty box for Slay Anything. Both teams groups of 4 blockers in the respective parts. Slay Anything doing defense at the front, Terminators doing defense in the back. Cherry Bomb bridging the 2 portions of the pack momentarily, now rejoins the Slay Anything blockers. Transition up front now as Grace Lightning doing work, goes to the outside and clears on the initial pass. So Fury calls off the jam, picked up 4 on the initial scoring pass and 4 more for an 8-point jam. We are back to an 11-point game, Pony.
Sizzle Pie, RCR's official partner, pizza partner. Death to false pizza is what they say. And we'd also like to remind you that the Jam Line is brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast joint.
I do love that the Jam on Hawthorne sponsored the Jam Line. That
Jam,
seems,
jam.
Yep. Vampiric for Slay Anything, jamming against Dragula for the Terminators. Dragula 2 to beat up front, goes to the inside and gets knocked to the inside of turn 2, forced to reset.
Vampiric fighting to break out up front, and Dragula picks up
Track
a
cut.
cut.
So it's now Vampiric, your lead jammer. Dragula taking a while to get to the penalty box as that penalty was assessed in turn 3. Took the long way around.
How'd you know that's what I was thinking?
Now just taking a seat, 30 seconds of penalty time. Vampiric through the pack for 4. Pack camping in turn 3. Active offense coming from Slay Anything. They get back their 4th blocker.
Pivot shrugging off the helmet cover pass.
Now, the unfortunate thing is Vampiric had taken off the helmet cover and lost the ability to call off the jam in doing so. Bench wanted a call off, not going to get it. Dragula out of the penalty box. Vampiric one to beat up front. I believe that's the captain. I'll see you later.
20 seconds left in this jam.
Low block penalty being assessed to smash tag. Dragula one to beat up front. Gets through on the initial pass.
Cover is passed.
4-point scoring pass for Slay Anything, but now we're going the full 2 minutes, Pony.
Yeah, it's only a second left. That was confusing.
Dragula did get through the pack for 4. It does look like a 4-point advantage in that jam to Slay Anything as they now lead by 15.
Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, John's Landing's favorite saloon and eatery. That's the Buffalo Gap. Oh wait, camera's there. That's the Buffalo Gap.
134, 119, just under 15 minutes left to play in the second half. Slay Anything with the lead. Donna Danger are us.
Holy mackerel, number 300.
That's number 900, Ruby Sliphers.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
That would be why. So Ruby Sliphers, your lead jammer. Donna Danger are us into the back of the pack. Stays in bounds. Ruby Slippers knocked to the inside.
No. I'm sorry, that's Fizzgig. That is number 900, Fizzgig. I think.
Yes, you are correct.
I'm sorry. That's why I couldn't find it.
904 is Ruby Slippers.
You're right. Fizzgig just tearing it up. Look at that.
Heard a whistle, and we've got a forearm penalty. That's going to go against Smash Tag. No pack being called loudly. Now it's going to be TNT to the penalty box.
Fizzgig up front with everybody left from the Terminators.
That's 5-5-5. Very scary. Blocked her who? And Adri Hell on wheels.
Penalty called and Fizzgig breaks out.
So Fizzgig with 8 so far. It looks like we got 4 more for 12.
Danger us with some amazing faking.
Fizzgig with an apex hop, 4 more points. There is a question as to whether or not there are 12 or 16 points for Fizzgig so far this jam. They will figure that out when it's over.
Danger us in the pack right now.
Oh!
Finds a huge hit. Okay.
That was Kid Vicious with a truly vicious hit. Donna's having a hard time getting up. Donna upright, back on skates, headed back to the team bench.
Wow. That was a shocking hit.
Really was. Kid Vicious, just a brick wall right there. So on that jam, Slay Anything credited with 16 points. Terminator with 4. That brings our score to 150-123 with 12 and a half minutes left to play. That was a jarring hit, and it looks like an official review is being asked for by the Terminators.
Well, it's a good time to bring up Rebel Heart Therapy. Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns.
So far on the in-house scoreboard, they are showing this as a timeout by Slay Anything, but I did see Coach Headache flash the O for the official review. That's why you're seeing both coaches there talking to the head referee, who's going to go back and are actually going to let us know what's going on.
Here it comes.
Terminators are looking for a high block penalty on white 3-1.
So the Terminators looking for a high block penalty on 31. As you might guess, that's Kid Vicious.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Seemed like they were just standing there. That was rough.
That whatever happens, that was a huge hit.
It's a solid hit.
Yeah, and Donna looked like that was a hard fall.
Yeah. Surprised. I think both of them might have been a little surprised.
Extra Crispy, our head referee, going and talking to both coaches and captains. You see Scar and I'll see you later out there. And we are going to get the official word.
After review, officials saw a clean hit. There will not be a penalty issued. Terminators will not retain their official review for the second half.
And there you have the official word from Extra Crispy. Review denied. So Slay Anything without the benefit of an official review for the remainder of this game.
123-150, Slay Anything at the moment.
Collateral damage on the jam line for Terminators. This is number 904. That is Ruby Sliphers.
That is Ruby
You are
Sliphers.
absolutely right, friend. Ruby darts to the inside, clears the pack. Lead jammer goes to Slay Anything. Collateral damage clear on the initial.
Ruby Slipper's good at just muscling through the pack. Not afraid of a little contact.
Came up fast on the friendly side, knocked to the outside by pins and needles. Did pick up 1 point on that jam.
Hey, PBR's back, baby.
Back again?
Grab one
Tell
now
a friend.
at the Plow Stop bar, or from your refrigerator, or
Or your
wherever-
nearest Minute Mart.
wherever you get PBR.
Minute Marts.
Oh yeah, sure. Plaid Pantry.
I feel like we could go on with that forever, so we probably
It's
should.
gonna take a long
Okay.
time for somebody who's not a sponsor.
Quicksilver living up to the name. Quickly through the pack for lead jammer for Slay Anything. So Fury still working on the initial pass. Goes to the outside and now clears for Terminators. Whistles in the corner, 6:07. Johnny Crash to the penalty box. That is a lot of penalties on Johnny Crash.
Holy mackerel.
4 points scored by Slay Anything as they have now upped their lead to 32.
Wow, holla. Make Holler in Selwood your new pre-bout game for food, drinks, and all of that before you come for our adult game, which starts in just a little while.
It's a great idea.
I can't do it, but
No, we're a little busy. I'll see you later jamming against So Feisty. And I'll see you later, the captain quickly through the pack with lead jammer. So Feisty only 2 to beat up front. Lochter Who tried to come up and join, but little late. So Feisty clear on the initial.
I'll see you later plowing through the line, picks up 4 at the very end there.
Nice time management going on by Terminators. Got the 4 points quickly, realized that there wasn't any sense in pushing that any longer.
You know, Junior Derby makes me feel like I'm surfing on clouds on a surfboard made of pure energy. No, wait, that's Wild CBD, one of our favorite sponsors.
Well done.
Thanks.
That's good.
What did I say?
Wild.
Wow.
Harley Quinn jamming for Terminators, already your lead jammer. Grace Lightning goes down in a pile. Multiplayer block goes against Ginger Slap.
Grace Lightning breaks out when no one was looking.
This might be another one of those 4 points and call it quickly sort of jams. Kid Vicious with the block on the inside, now
the
being
high
called for the high block.
I had a feeling.
That's, you know, that's going to happen.
It happens.
It's going to happen. I mean, that's got to be tough at this level when you've got a few inches on your competitors.
Yeah, sure.
Like there's a definite height difference.
I got called on a high block once. I was on my hands and knees.
That's probably a story for a different broadcast,
It's a
but
different
that's
thing.
that's totally interesting. I don't even understand that. Dragula on the jam line for Terminators.
Forcing the outside.
And Dragula already through the pack. Lead jammer.
Pluff right now hung up in the backfield.
Pluff.
Down on the inside. Get what? Nice job.
American Gangster with the defense in the backfield, making life not fun for Pluff as Dragula clears for 4. Terminators need a jam like this, down 20.
And there goes Pluff.
Clear on the initial. Kid Vicious back in the mix.
Just in time.
3 points picked up by Terminators on that jam for a total, or on that pass for a total of 7 in the jam.
Hey, do you know a business that'd like to benefit by promoting at Derby events and RCR or to RCR members? Well, email sponsorship at roadcityrollers.com or check our sponsors on sponsorship at roadcityrollers.com.
503 Star.
The way that you paused after you asked that, I thought maybe you were asking me, and I felt really on the spot there for a moment.
I might have been.
Well, fair enough. Spitfire jamming for Terminators. Opposite Scar for Slay Anything. Terminators with one blocker in the penalty box, but it's Spitfire through, your lead jammer.
Scar down on the inside, right back at him. Swings to the out. It's whistles galore in there. Scar on the way to the penalty box.
Losing a, wow. Okay, so both jammers went. One blocker for Slay Anything went. Scar's going to be released. No, Scar didn't go. Yes, Scar was released.
Accident.
Thank you.
Okay.
No?
There we go.
There we go. You know, one of these days we should probably read through the rule book.
Yes.
Spitfire through on a 4-point scoring pass. This jam going to go the full 2 minutes. Lucky Harms to the penalty box for Slay Anything.
I didn't know the rules when I was playing this game.
Spitfire through the pack looking for another scoring pass. Escorted to the outside by Soph.
Scar pushed around in the backfield, back to the penalty box for a cut.
Excuse me, that's not 13, that's 12. Not Soph, that's Cherry Bomb.
Terminators pushing the score up to a difficult, dangerous zone.
Nice active offense, collateral damage working against TNT up front with help from Terra Normal.
Terminators within 5 of taking back the lead right now with Slay Anything, no jammer on the track.
Scar standing in the penalty box, eagerly awaiting release. And look at that lane on the outside. Spitfire through for 4. We've got ourselves a 1-point game.
6 seconds left for Scar to do some damage.
Oh, and Scar might have. Direction of play penalty being whistled at the end. 4 points for Slay Anything.
Woo! That was close.
Wow, we're back to 5 points on that jam alone. Terminators 16, Slay Anything 4.
That was awesome. Hey, Two-Town Cider, damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider right now.
4-3 pack advantage in favor of Terminators to start this next jam. So Fury jamming against Ruby Slippers, and it's Ruby Slippers through the pack first for lead jammer. So Fury 2 to beat up front.
Still 2 hanging on.
This is amazing defense once again at the front of the pack from So Feisty and Smash Tag. So Fury now clear on the initial pass.
Slay Anything loses a blocker to the box. Ruby Slippers.
All of that time, nice defense by Terminators, only giving up 4 in that jam. 9 points separate these teams, less than 4.5 minutes to play.
Hey, we'd like to thank Shebop and Portland Vital Signs.
Local made flavor that gets you right in the mouth. I love that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Harley Quinn jamming for Terminators. Quicksilva wearing the star for Slay Anything. Again, Terminator starting with a 4-3 pack advantage.
Quicksilva breaks out. Lead jammer.
Johnny Crash escorting Harley Quinn to the outside.
Quicksilva finds the front line.
Kid Vicious cycling up.
Swing and a miss.
Harley Quinn through on the initial pass.
Quicksilva down on the outside, calls it off.
And there's the call off.
Slay Anything, 4 points on that scoring pass.
Hey, we'd like to thank Dye My Darling Hair Salon and Sisu Mouth Guards.
Die My Darling is a great name for a salon.
Yes.
It's absolutely wonderful. Located in Southeast. Happy to have them on as sponsors.
Me too.
I believe we have a team timeout, or no?
Well, this timeout may have been brought to you by somebody.
Looks like team timeout for the Terminators.
This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Bang!
You can see the penalty board up there, and well, there's a lot going on there.
That's a bunch.
Yeah, Johnny Crash only has credit for 5 penalties. For some reason, I thought they had more.
I see S1 helmets up there. Streaming broadcasts of RCR's 2022 games are brought to you by S1 helmets.
Did I miss another cue?
No.
Oh, okay.
Poor K, yes. That's all I'm ever. You're gonna ask me that. That's all I'm ever gonna say.
That's all you're getting from me. Apparently, that's how that works.
My only joke ever.
It is Grace Lightning jamming for Slay Anything, but it's Donna Danjar Us through the pack with lead jammer. Grace Lightning clears on the initial.
Grace Lightning didn't like that. Closing the gap
quickly. Grace Lightning just flying
Danjar
around
Us
the
takes a hit on
track.
the line, driven out and calls it off. Was it enough?
4-1 on that jam.
Boing.
10 points separate these teams. 3 minutes left to play in the second half.
Sizzle Pie. Death to False Pizza. RCR's favorite pizza place. That's Sizzle Pie.
I'll see you later. The captain out to jam for the Terminators. 995 Pluff jamming for Slay Anything. And it's I'll see you later through the pack first lead jammer. 10 points, the difference between the two teams right now. Collateral Damage playing defense against Pluff. I'll see you later with some ridiculous footwork through the pack. 4-point scoring pass.
Bing bong bing.
That was amazing. Left, right, left.
I'm gonna tilt the machine.
Battling in the front of the pack, clears the pack again. 4 points. We are down to a 2-point game. Pluff still working on the initial pass. Mired in the backfield. Blocked her who doing a great job on defense. And I'll see you later. Plows through the pack for 4 points, and we've got a late game lead change. I'll see you later. Back for more. Goes down in the far straightaway. Quick to recover and through for 4 more points. Star pass on the far side of the track. I believe that's TNT now with the star in hand. Slay Anything trying to do anything to get a jammer through the pack. I'll see you later. Torching the outside for 4 more. High block penalty to Collateral Damage. Terminators losing another blocker. Now this has got to be a tough place for Slay Anything. They do have a blocker advantage, but I'll see you later is just torching this pack point after point.
TNT dropped out.
Wicked Willow
breaks through.
Wicked Willow to the penalty box on a multiplayer block. 24 points so far for Terminators this jam. I'll see you later through the pack. 4 more make it 28 points. And they're gonna keep going.
I do believe
Terminators choosing to push this jam.
TNT broke through and picked up 4. Unhappy with the way that jam went.
So Terminators now find themselves with an 18-point lead. I think Slay Anything did pick up points on that jam. They have not been put up on the scoreboard yet.
Hey, we'd like to thank PDX Pipeline and the Portland Mercury. Along with Porke No.
Porke, yes.
And you got it.
Thank you.
And 187 killer pads.
All right, so we have not seen it officially, but it looks like there's an official review being called. Waiting to check in with our head referee, Extra Crispy, and yes, there is. We will bring you him right now.
Slay Anything is looking for a high block penalty on black 926.
So that is Blockter Who, the blocker in question. Will it be a high block or not? Extra Crispy and our officiating crew gathering to figure that out. There you can see the penalty board once again. Yeah, they've stacked up for Slay Anything this half, it looks like. We've got 3 skaters with 4, 1 skater, Johnny Crash, with 5. So score on the board right now, 186 to 168. Again, I thought there were points scored by TNT at the end of that jam, but Slay Anything has not been given credit for those points yet. Jammer dance, or no, not jammer dancing. That's just blocker dancing right there.
Dance Party USA is my party.
That's right. Collateral damage. An American Gangster. You know, we have had a wonderful soundtrack so far this game.
Absolutely.
Sort of doing an 80s-esque theme night here with the 4 teams that are playing.
I traveled back in time.
Extra Crispy now letting both team coaches and captains know what the official word is, and we will bring that to you here as soon as that conversation is over, and that would be now.
Here it comes.
After further discussion, no high block was witnessed by officials. Therefore, Slay Anything will not retain their official review for the second half.
Well, well.
Can't say I'm surprised. Okay, well, you know,
It's all right, I'm not down there.
we do have a slightly different angle of view than the officiating crew does. So,
Hey, man, did you see a really bright light?
both teams no longer have their official reviews,
Must be laundry day.
despite what the scoreboard might say. And now we do have the 4 points credited to Slay Anything. 28-4 was the score of that last jam. We have 14-point game, 34 seconds left on the half clock, which means this is probably our last jam, Pony. And they are off. Vampiric looked like it was going to be a quick lead jammer, but got knocked to the inside. Now is clear for lead jammer for Slay Anything. They need 14 to tie.
Vampiric on the run.
Harley Quinn hit by smash tag, stays in bounds,
Goes to the inside.
Harley Quinn clear on the initial pass. My guess is Slay Anything is probably just going to push this to see what happens for the full 2 minutes. Quinn into the pack on a scoring pass for Terminators. Smash tag out front. Did get the exit hit on, but went out of bounds. Vampiric clears. Or excuse me, Harley Quinn clears for 4 points.
Vampiric still at the back of the pack. Harley Quinn, come with me if you want to live.
4 more points. Vampiric started to go off the track, was not whistled for a penalty, back on in the far straightaway. Harley Quinn gets around the defense at the front of the pack and clears for 4 more. Ruby Slippers missing on the exit hit.
Helmet cover pass. Star is now in the hands
Of Ruby Slippers, I believe. So we are going the full 2 minutes here. What's left of it anyway, 30 seconds left on the jam clock.
Ruby trying to find a way through the pack right now.
Forearm.
Breaks out.
Sorry.
One more to get by up front.
That was a forearm penalty to American Gangster. Harley Quinn being recycled.
Ruby Slippers looking to crush in 4 more points before things are over. Dishes out a hit in the middle of the pack and breaks out.
Nice pass. And that is the end of that jam and the unofficial end of this game. The unofficial score on the board currently reads 206 to 180 in favor of the Terminators. I don't think there's going to be much question about this. And Pony, that was an impressive game. That was absolutely amazing. First one down.
It's a long night.
It is a long night.
And it's cold in here.
It is not warm in here. You are right about that. Time on the clock right now is 6:35. We have an adults game coming up at 8 o'clock that you can check out at the very place that you've been watching this game. So make sure you tune in for that. You can put up with Pony and I for one more game this evening. Fans, we will see you in about an hour and a half. Our final Terminators 206, Slay Anything 180.
All right, let's start with MVPs for Slay Anything. The MVP jammer is
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. And the MVP blocker is
Terranormal.
Terranormal. All right, MVP jammer is
Scar.
Scar. And your MVP blocker is
TNT.
TNT. All right, MVP pictures, team picture.